Welcome to the Future Customer Podcast. I'm your host, Tom Peace, CEO and founder of Sway Outcomes. We are a global customer engagement consultancy, helping brands to build repeatable customer revenue streams through innovative customer strategy. In this podcast series, we look at the future of customer engagement. We understand that tomorrow's customer is hard to reach. Retaining and growing customer relationships has never been so difficult. I'll discuss the latest challenges and solutions with industry champions, and we focus on what's next for the future of customer engagement. If you'd like to be on the show, then find me on LinkedIn. I'm always looking for new and interesting discussions with visionaries of customer success. Hope you enjoy the podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Future Customer Podcast. This week, I am joined by Emily Ong. She's Customer and Loyalty Product Lead at Landmark in Dubai, and we've known each other for a while. We've presented, haven't we, Emily, on the same event several times together, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you on here today. Please, can you give us a little bit, tell the audience about yourself?
Sure. Hi, Tom. Thanks for bringing me onto this podcast. Happy to be one of the first few to speak here as well.
Yeah.
So I think just to share a bit about myself, I've been in the customer space for over 20 years, really starting from the grassroots. So I started out really from the student years. I started out running my own businesses. So I did retail. I sold my own fashion product. I started cafes, chain of cafes actually, confectionery and gifting. So you can see that I was really on the ground. So I was interacting with customers and function as a business owner, did my own marketing and all that. So that was how I really began. But you can see that my interactions with customers was already in my DNA from then. Right?
Yeah, self-taught right from the start.
Yeah. So that was really before social media.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, yeah, some of our listeners probably can't even envisage a time before social media. But there was a time. Love the ears, by the way.
Oh, yeah, from Razr, my last brand.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second half of my career then took a turn towards digital transformation. So that's where I started leading national level customer engagement and loyalty programs from Singapore, which is my home country. And then since then, I've worked across, I would say, the APAC region, covering China, even Oceania, with Sephora. So that's where I led their Beauty Pass program. And then I moved on to globally, a global loyalty program, Razr. That's why, I'm sporting Razr gear today still.
Yeah.
And today,
For those that don't know, just to explain Razr, people that are not in the gaming industry, Razr, they're not really a game brand, are they? They do all the accessories, mouse, keyboards, etc., etc. Yeah, got it.
They started with hardware and all.
Yeah, massive global brand, right?
Yeah. So I was in I would say the digital currency where they, you power your gaming credits.
Yeah.
Okay, then fast forward that I moved on into a totally new region, which is why I'm now I'm now based in Dubai. So covering GCC, this is really the fastest growing retail environment. So here, this is where I lead the customer and loyalty product function at the Landmark Group. So this is one of the region's largest retail conglomerates. It's already 50 over years old. Yeah.
Amazing.
So I think what really I can say that sets me apart is probably the dual lens I bring. So basically, I've been a customer. All of us are customers, right? But for retail, I shop a lot. So yeah, I'm a good customer. Been a business owner, and now I'm a product leader. So I really understand the pain points from the shop floor all the way to senior level executives. And my passion really lies in blending, I would say, customer empathy and data. So really, you design experiences that are operationally viable and emotionally resonant. So I think it's all about me. It's all about creating meaningful connections at every touch point, right? Not just conversion all the time.
Yeah, I love that. Emotional resonance is a very nice way to coin the phrase, but also really becoming more and more and more important, right? And maybe we'll come on to talk about that in your subject matter. But before we dive into that, tell me about a customer experience that you just love, your most favorite customer experience that you've had recently.
Yes, I'm so excited to share this really. So I would say that first I'll begin with who did this. Okay, so I've always been a fan of McDonald's from young. Who isn't? We grew up with McDonald's, and when they had the loyalty program, I was an avid fan. It really got me to go back, and not just me, my whole family too. So one of the recent customer campaigns they did specifically in Singapore. So the McDonald's Singapore launched something this Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, known to some. They did a tie-up with Sanrio. So Sanrio is this Japanese cartoon character series, and they launched a limited edition Sanrio Mahjong set. So Mahjong, for those that don't know, is this, I would say, it's a Chinese tile game that you
Uh-huh.
play, four-player game. So it's something that is a beloved family tradition. You get together during festive holidays. That's why they timed it together with the Chinese New Year, because that's where the whole family gets together.
Yeah.
So it's genius, right? So Sanrio speaks to our love for cute culture, Mahjong being such a family tradition, and they made it so exclusive. You could only redeem this highly coveted collectible reward through a few thousand loyalty points. So to get a few thousand, you really got to visit McDonald's a lot. So you are probably one of the very loyal customers to be
Yeah.
able to have that many points. You can't buy the points. Yeah. So then they hyped it up a few weeks ahead of Chinese New Year. And knowing about it, let's say a few weeks ahead, what would that do? It would drive you to make repeat purchases. I personally went in as well, right?
Mm.
So everybody scrambled to earn enough points because it was just the top of the town. You
Yeah.
cannot use money to buy it. And personally, I had the points. I was in queue in the system. I missed out. That was so sad because I'm a fan of McDonald's. I'm a fan of Sanrio. Specifically, it was the character, my melody. That was really all in one, but I could not get it.
Oh, that is such a shame. I'm very sorry
It
to
is.
hear that. But I'm sure it'll be round again. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
No, we probably gotta dig the black market for it.
Oh dear. Well, I hope it doesn't
Yeah.
cost you too much. Um,
No, but I think I mean, this is an exemplification of when a brand really understands what their customers value,
yeah.
right? Like they know that this is what we value, then loyalty becomes emotional. And that's
Yeah,
where the
absolutely.
customers go the extra mile for you. So I really did like, I posted in the chat, my own friends group, like we were talking about it. We're all going to McDonald's to earn more points. And I was thinking what kind of family meals we'll have so that I could buy enough, spend enough. So these are the things you would do.
God, it really worked. It really, really worked.
Really would. It
Yeah.
sold out within the moment it launched.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, yeah, I like that. I like that. A big brand aligning with a big appeal.
Yeah.
And it's created a lot of success. Great, amazing. Thank you. Great example. Okay, good. Let's move into the main part of the conversation. And here on the Future Customer podcast, we like to talk about the innovation, what's next for the industry. And it might be within loyalty or CRM or data or any kind of customer experience or customer journey. So tell us, where's your head at right now? What is important right now and into the near future? What are we all going to be
Okay.
talking about this time next year?
Sure. Actually, I have 4 points I want to raise. I'm just thinking on
Four.
what order.
Okay,
Yes,
right.
I've
Okay,
got 4 points.
you're gonna have to be quick, Emily.
No worries. It's a very quick summary of each point. So I'll just start with, okay, the first one. I think one of the future of loyalty and maybe any customer engagement program is really about lifestyle integration. So I mean, if
Okay.
I talk about loyalty, right? Loyalty is no longer just a card. It's not just a program. It's not about rewards only, right? It's really about building the relationship between the brand and the customer. Now, the brands that really win are those that can plug loyalty in a customer's lives, not just the wallets. So I always refer to one brand as a very, very good best in class example, and that's Apple. So
Mm.
Apple, they don't have a loyalty program per se, right? You don't have Apple points, but you are loyal because it's just plugged so deeply in your life. You use it and you add on more products and you just build the whole ecosystem. So that's an
Yeah.
example of how I think if your business, your brand can plug into someone's life, lifestyle integration, that's a future direction that we'll all be moving towards too. So
Yeah.
that's my example.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think the lifestyle thing, and also what's sort of a subsector of that, which is happening a lot at the minute, is the kind of health and well-being piece, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yes.
that's you get brands like Discovery with their vitality program. You get Adidas, Nike, Strava. These guys, Under Armour, etc. They're really good at leaning into this health and well-being piece. But of course, it is a passion. So very quickly, how do you align to lifestyle if you don't necessarily have an alignment of interest? If you're a grocer, how do you
Okay.
tap into someone's passion if you're a grocer? It's
Uh,
more difficult, right?
I it really depends on the angle. For example, if I'm a grocer, I may come in from the just an example, I'll come in from guiding you with recipes, stuff like that. And then because of recipes, you're always showing things that they're keen to watch and follow content with you on.
Yeah.
Then they would naturally get supplies from you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a bit like communities. You might be a foodie, you might have a new baby, you might be an empty nester, you might have pets. These are
Yeah.
things that grocers can tap into and talk to you about, not just your overall shop, but actually the thing that you really are passionate about.
Yeah, like all the brands you mentioned just now, plus Apple, we're all communities, aren't we? That's
Yeah, absolutely.
exactly
Yeah,
how it is.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, that was number one. Number two.
Yes. Okay. Number two is about understanding and using data. So I
Ah,
would say it's really about today. I mean, by now, a lot of brands would have already collected tons of data. But you don't know what to do with it. So I call that data exhaustion. And
yeah,
then we're all starved for insight. You may or may not have the expertise to understand your data. So personally, what I did, me and my team did recently was we turned data that we had in our organization for years as a retailer into something that our brand owners, our brand marketers can truly utilize. For example, we implemented and we connected all our data platforms into a CDP, customer data platform.
yeah,
Now the data is all there with a single view of each customer. We can segment our customers, segment the data, and therefore take real-time action. We can
yeah,
analyze it at a few clicks, understanding the flow and all. So it's not about
yeah,
looking at dashboards that we traditionally built. Even dashboards, actually, honestly, the traditional way may take a few weeks to build a dashboard. By
yeah,
then, the data is already historical, right?
yeah,
So it's all about making real-time decisions and enabling yourself how to do that, automating certain processes so you can really focus on what you need to do to engage the customer.
yeah,
And future proofing. I don't even know how far it is into the future. It's probably today already. Is we need to couple it up with AI. So the
yeah,
AI is a very big buzzword, but really break it down into how you're going to use it. So for
yeah,
me, it's really about using AI to maybe do away with mundane processing, as
yeah,
well as help you with recommendations, better insights, and all that you might not have thought about. So AI will
yeah.
just give you the extra push. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I think a lot of people are talking about AI a lot in the
Mm,
loyalty industry, generative AI for campaign management and content creation, predictive analytics to spot behaviors and triggers and blah blah. But none of that will work if your data is all over the place. So
mm,
you're absolutely right. Maybe what people are going to be talking about over the next few years is CDPs and data lakes and those sorts of things. The unsexy part of the data usage. But they used to say, didn't they? I know when I was at Nectar years ago, and the senior leadership team would always talk about how data is the new oil. And I guess what you're saying is that's fine, but also need an oil refinery to make it
yes, you
to
do.
make it useful. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
of course with that is really about, I think with that you enable yourself to be more personalized, more predictive, and not reactive. Today we're really
Yeah.
very reactive. We only do
Yeah.
things
Absolutely.
after we analyze it for a few weeks. So we
Yeah.
need to be more real time in that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Great. Number three.
Okay, number three, I think it's maybe I'll just point out some killer mistakes that brands still make. Okay.
Okay.
So, for example, out there, I can hear that some brands kind of over engineer loyalty, right?
Mm.
Complicated tiers, irrelevant rewards, clunky apps. So, or if you come from an angle of, I want to engage my customers, brands just, blast messages, blast emails. They may introduce space shuttle games online, thinking that's gamification. So these are all I would consider as killer mistakes, not even understanding the true purpose of them,
Yeah.
doing it for the sake of doing it.
So
Maybe,
start with the customer. Don't just
yeah.
copy an airline that's had tiers since the 1970s.
Yeah,
Start with the customer and build it from there. Oh, that's so good to hear, Emily. I couldn't agree more again with you.
yeah.
I think I think those kind of old-fashioned, if you like, kind of tiered programs. They can be very useful where clients are looking for prestige and privilege and things like that. But actually, they are also not that well seen by the younger generation. They just
Yeah.
want to have highly personalized content. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Okay,
I
number
think,
four. Oh, go on. Sorry, did you have something else?
yeah. Yeah. Before number four, I think besides really putting the customers at the heart of it, that's key.
Yeah,
You really need to first understand what are you selling.
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
Yeah,
some people, maybe you hire a marketer to think about it or stuff like that, but they don't really understand what they're selling. They're just doing it for the sake of it. So
yeah,
you need to know what are you selling, your brand, your business, and then you can understand your customers and provide the right experience. So don't
yeah,
just do it because you want to follow or play catch up. What works for a brand, even if it's a similar industry, may not work for you.
yeah.
So that's,
Agreed.
yeah.
When we're delivering strategy projects, we always say it starts with the customer, like you say. But the
Mm,
thing to do is we always tell people find out what they love about your brand and build loyalty around that. And that's the same, I think, as what you're saying there is that what the business thinks that people love about the brand is not always what people actually love about the brand. You've got to go and
mm.
ask them and talk to them and find out. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, number four.
The last and not least is more of a reminder, I would say, than anything. I think emotional intelligence needs to be at the heart of your customer strategy. So the
Okay.
future about customer engagement programs or anything about that, always think about the emotional aspect. So loyalty itself is not built on transactions. It's really built on the trust, the recognition, relevance, and timing, right? So even simple things like the thank you at the right time, personalized offer, a moment of surprise. These are things that when a customer can feel it, that's when they will stay. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's my advice as we move into the future.
And how, I suppose it goes back to what we were saying at the start, is how do brands create those emotional connections, those alignments of belief with the customers? It comes from the data, right? Because that's how
Yes,
you personalize.
yes, data, on ground research, being your own customer.
Yeah, right. Being your
Yeah.
own customer. Yeah, I love that. Amazing. Well, look, four incredible tips for anybody listening, looking to build out their customer strategy for the future. So thank you. I hope everyone's enjoyed that. Before we go, I always ask one random
And
question.
I'm so scared of
And
that.
are you? Are you scared? You should be. This is a real tough one. I'll
Okay.
let you. I'll see. I'll give you the point if you can get within 20 of the answer. Now,
Okay.
we know that you're from Singapore. You now live in Dubai. You've lived in all
Mm-hmm.
sorts of exotic and wonderful places. You're an extremely well-traveled person, Emily. I know this about you.
Yeah.
How many countries are there in the world? And this is according to the UN. So I know that there are some countries that we debate whether they really exist. We're not doing that. We're just
Okay.
saying how many does the UN recognize? If you can get within 20, I'll give you the points.
194, I think.
Are you winding me up? Did you research this before?
No, I own a Singapore
You
passport.
are you are one off. You are one off. The answer is 195. That is impressive, Emily. That's really good.
But
Thank you.
the Singapore passport entitles us to visit, I believe, all or 194, something like that. And that's
Oh, really?
why
So which is the one? Which is the one that you're not allowed to go to?
I can't recall. In fact, I don't think so. The latest figures, I believe, is all. I'm not sure.
Oh, right, okay. Or maybe one country's been kind of
Also, you owe me
recognized.
something. I'm seeing you soon.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, amazing. Look, Emily, thank you so much for coming on. That was a really, really great show. To everybody else out there that's listened and watched, thank you very much. Hope you really enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye bye.